Margaret Kuhlman of Soul Astrology. The new moon in Cancer indicates 4 weeks where we very clearly need to be taking care of ourselves, our family, which of course extends to the whole human family. And in this chart they trine Neptune and oppose Pluto. So especially during this first week, as those aspects become fulfilled, we can derive a lot of understanding by meditating inwardly at the heart level, asking ourselves and the universe what would help. Help health, help happiness, help us to see what's true, because of course being aligned with what's true is the most healthful and happy thing to be. And at this time, with the opposition to Pluto focusing us on transformation, we're asking for how to care for ourselves during a time when transformation is what's going on. It's not that you can make transformation. It's something that happens. One of the most important things is to relax, because during a time of transformation, as you know, various things get taken away. They're taken because they're not relevant to what's coming, and it's best to regard what goes as potentially a hindrance to one's future movement. I say potentially because in all of these things we never really know. But at this time, our hearts are going to be more tuned to what's true. One could say the heart knows, but it's not something we can necessarily put into words. It's finding our own truth and standing by it in the face of whatever is said. Mars and Venus are together in Leo, a lovely combination, full of joy and brightness, fun, playful, warm, positive. And in this chart connecting to Chiron, an aspect that is complete already, so perhaps something that's happened during the past week or so, something that indicated the personal painfulness of what goes on, and particularly with respect to that green line sextile to Saturn in Aquarius, which is opposing the joy of the Venus-Mars. Pain comes as a result of opposing what is so. And because there is uncertainty as to what's true or not in all different areas of life at the moment, there can be pain in opposing any of it. The kind of pain can be shown by Chiron's sign, Aries in this case, so it's about ourselves. And connecting to Saturn, it's how our self feels, how we feel innerly when faced with societal directives and our own sense of responsibility within society. There is a tendency with Aquarius to look at society and see what would work, while actually feeling separate, so that the rules that one sees are right for everybody else are not necessarily going to suit us. And I think the circumstances at present are very much like that. And yet, one of the major beauties of being human is that each individual does have a central thread leading to the spirit of all, and those threads are different depending where we stand. We all stand in different places by nature of the separateness of our bodies, and taking that individual separate space is crucial in expressing our part of being part of the human family. So the dilemma is very clear, and there isn't really an answer one can take within this level of separation, of independent thinking and feeling. The very fact of it creates the problem, this world of duality. The Sun-Moon trining Neptune is showing us the way to go for now, which is to expand our care beyond the individual, beyond the society, whichever bit of it we focus on, out beyond the physical world, the material, the emotional, beyond, not away from, but including. The spiritual perspective, where we know that all being included is well. Allness, oneness, doesn't tear itself apart. There is no possibility for that. There is nowhere to reject anything too. So the difficulties that we are facing are those of being static, where there is no growth, no unfolding. To be back in touch with growth and unfolding, we must relax that which is static, fixed ideas, fixed beliefs. And so beautifully in this chart, Mercury is in Gemini, extremely flexible, able to leap about amongst lots of different ideas without necessarily juxtaposing them. And it trines Jupiter still in Pisces, although now retrograde. So the mind, the communications, can relax and roam, talking about all kinds of things, feeling into how it is for other people, experiencing the different waves of emotion that come and go. I think this is the saving factor this month, that preparedness to relax our judgments and just feel into other possibilities, even if we wouldn't normally agree with them. This is not asking us to agree or approve. This is asking us to look, to feel, just into what is there, to be with what we can know and not struggle to know what we can't. The full moon chart for the 24th of July brings the Mercury into a beautiful trine with Neptune. This is where what the heart experiences in the first couple of weeks, that known truth for oneself, becomes possible of expression verbally. We are able to communicate it, but only when we tune in to ourselves. We must tune in to the inner guidance, and there we will find that we do understand what we must be doing, as the Neptune sextiles Pluto still. Pluto opposes the Mercury in this chart, so we may find ourselves wondering how it's possible to go forwards. But as long as we remember that the spirit is all there is in reality, and apply ourselves to asking for guidance, support, for blessing, we will find that what looks like intractable problems kind of dissolve in front of us. They either solve themselves as we go forward, or they fade, or we realize that actually there is more benefit down whatever that direction is than not. There are many ways problems can dissolve. The quincunxes, 3 quincunxes, most beautiful. I see quincunxes as lines of service, where the spirit serves itself through us, which is always going to be a joyful experience, because there's nothing more wonderful than having the true spirit flow through. Because Venus is involved, Venus in Virgo, it is about serving with love, realizing that it is love that heals. With Mars still in Leo, there is the positive energy, the warmth, looking for personal, creative expression. And with Jupiter opposite, that's still finding more energy within our inner spiritual contact than without it. Those two quincunxes lead to the Aquarian moon and Pluto. So it is us finding expression and loving contact within society as a whole, within our own personal communities, finding ways to do it differently. And of course the Sun into Leo, traditionally a bright and happy time of the year, quincunxing Jupiter in Pisces, whereby we share our happiness with others and find more personal happiness by doing so. The backdrop continues to be the square between Saturn and Uranus. It continues all of this year, and our best quality to manage ourselves with it is patience and kindness in the face of changes and behaviour that we don't understand. Most importantly, I feel, for this whole time, the nodes of the moon, humanity's evolving direction, requires us to have the broadest possible view, inclusive of all ideas, past, present, potential future, allowing everything to be there so that we can pick out that which is relevant to ourselves in the moment we live. The Sagittarius South Node towards Gemini North. And that requires a lot of patience and a lot of interest and openness to other people's outlooks and viewpoints. Bless us all. Thank you. In the new moon letter on my website, I've expanded on the idea of shifting from the Pisces age to the Aquarian age with respect to choice and authority. Trust. Trust the vastness of the unknown to be in the hands of love. Trust that the sun will rise, whether you see that rising or not. Trust that your heart will beat and your lungs will breathe as long as your soul needs to be on earth in this lifetime your spirit has chosen. Trust that all is and will be well, beyond your knowing what well may look like. And above all, trust your sweet self, that you do and be exactly what fits perfectly into the great weaving of moments throughout your life. There are no mistakes in spirit, only lessons to learn. Despair is only one of the many emotions of which the human being is capable. Let it flow through you and out into the mighty river flow of life, allowing another to flow in, and trust that you are truly spirit, unchanged, container as well as contained in love. Trust.